night if you had to work during the week. Some of you may be at work now. I don't know. But good morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are. I'm going to find us and share this out, and please help me do that. Oops. Just watching for people to come in and say good morning, Okay, we are live. That's a good thing. If I could just do it. Good morning, Deirdre. Good morning, call me Lou 222. Good morning to you in Periscope. My adventures are going amazingly well. Thank you for asking. I'm up here in Colorado right now, near Aspen. It's on a mountain called Namaste. I've been here since Tuesday, and today is the day that we have to leave the mountain to go back to Boulder. All right, so I just found it. Let me share it. Good morning, Jean Lorio. Thank you for coming on this morning, darling. So good to see you. Good morning, Shri. How are you today? How's everybody doing? Just going to share this out a little bit. And please help me to share it. If you hear some strange sounds in the background, we have a pack of coyote outside. It kept us entertained. It was better than watching a movie. We were watching the coyote all day yesterday. It's Luann. Oh, hi, honey. How are you doing up there in Canada? And what's going on up there? How's the weather? Are you really cold? I don't know much about how the Canadian weather is. Okay, so just shared this to some places, and let me see who we have with us. Sally. Good morning, Sally. How are you, sweetheart? And I know Christina told us last night at Chanting that you were expecting really cold weather overnight. So I'm hoping that you can stay warm. You and Tony and Christine, I think about you all so much after my visit there, and remembering the hugs and the laughs and that really good time that we had together in Michigan. Deirdre, you're sleepy today. You know what? I am too. And it's amazing because I did go to bed somewhat decent hour. I think I might have got 5 hours of sleep, which is good for me. But yeah, I didn't want to get out of that bed this morning. Thank you for sharing, Sally. And Luann's starting to get cold, but all is well. Well, I'm sending love right back to you, Luann. I've missed you here on the morning show. Sally, you're learning lots, and sleepy too. Yeah, I know. It's that kind of morning, I think. It was cold yesterday. For me, it was cold. And we didn't even leave the condo. We stayed in here. I have to tell you all, I can be entertained very easily. I really can. So we have, yesterday, we had coyote. I heard them first when I got up in the morning. And then when it got daylight, I was actually able to see them out in the field, as well as a whole flock of magpie, which are birds, and some big crows. I have never seen crows this big. There was one that flew overhead when I was standing on the balcony, and I have never heard a bird that big fly directly above me. It was amazing to hear the wings and to hear the sound of that bird flying through the air. But it's as big as a chicken. That's how big this crow was. They're huge. So I watched them probably for hours out there in the field. And it was like the magpie and the crow were taking turns in the field. One of them would come down and the other would run them off. And it just went on and on all day. But they would go up into the trees. And the trees here are that beautiful white aspen. So you had the contrast of the dark birds sitting up on this bare aspen tree, and just gorgeous. I did take pictures with my camera, but I don't know how they turned out because I haven't uploaded them to my computer yet. But when I do, I'll share that with you. Good morning, Becky. Good morning, Donna Capitula. How are you all? So the other entertaining thing that happened was the deer. I've been wanting to see deer just walking around up close to me, and I finally manifested that. Actually, I think Ruth might have manifested the deer. She's been wanting to see a moose, and that hasn't happened for her up close. So she's been calling in, the big animals. So yesterday, it wasn't dark yet. It was in the afternoon. It was before we did chanting. And I was watching the coyote. They came back. And this time they came back in force. There wasn't just the two coyote. There were a whole pack of them. And so I was watching them, and then I saw the deer. Actually, I think Ruth spotted the deer. Sorry, I have to give her credit. She saw the deer first, and then there were more. And there were 3 of them that were so close to us. And I watched them as they climbed up the mountain and moved on. So I'm hoping that some of that comes out in my pictures, and I'll be able to share that with you. Sally says, ours get like that too sometimes. A few times I've mistaken them for eagles, right? They're really huge. I have never seen crow that big, and I've been around a lot of crow, and it was just so amazing to watch them fly and to see up close how big they are. Good morning, our Christina. Are you warm this morning? I bet you're not sitting outside. I bet you're inside where it's a little warmer. Good morning, Erica. Love you, Erica, and miss you so much. Becky, today's your 27th anniversary. Congratulations and happy anniversary, Becky. I hope it's a wonderful day for you. What have you got planned? Do you have anything special going on for your anniversary? And I'm hoping that you'll be able to celebrate it. You know, it's interesting if we look back over this year and how many people missed out on being able to meet or even go out for a nice dinner to celebrate things like anniversaries and birthdays. My sister Billy. Hi, Billy. Thank you for coming on this morning. My goodness, you are up early. What's going on with you? You're up early on a Saturday morning. That's not like you. So I'm so glad to see you on here. And we had, we put my little brother, Gary, in the circle for prayers. And he did have his surgery yesterday and came through it good. And I heard back from him that he was okay. And Billy told me that he was home. So, oh, you're not up, Billy. That's fine. You just lay there in bed and all is well. And give little Miss Ellie Mae a little pat on the head for me. I miss you so much. And that little darling dog is just so amazing. I'm so glad you have her. And Becky says, fixing the septic tank. That's a great way to spend your anniversary. But you know what? I'm glad you're able to get it fixed. And I saw your other news that you got the refrigerator. Isn't it wonderful to have answered prayer? I love it when we set an intention or we pray for somebody, and then we hear that, hey, it happened, it's good, and that I'm doing better. We need our Rick on here. I want to hear how Rick's doing, and if he's out of the hospital, and I really hope he is. I miss you too, Billy. I really wish you were out here in all this beauty. I was saying to my sister Billy the other day, we grew up in the mountains. I grew up in the mountains of southeastern Kentucky. So we were in the Appalachian Mountains, which Billy is still in that area, as are the rest, pretty much the rest of my family. But they are nothing compared to these mountains of Colorado. I've never seen this beauty before. It is absolutely amazing. And we'll be leaving today from the condo and heading to Aspen first and then back down eventually to Boulder. So hopefully I can do some lives while Ruth is driving, and I can show you all some of that beauty that we have been up here in. Sally says, is anyone else experiencing lucid dreamings lately? I am once again being visited by the white buffalo who comes to share his wisdom with me. They leave me very sleepy. The dreams have been crazy, Sally, just crazy. And I thought it was just me. I've had really interesting dreams, and some of you have been in my dreams. Christina, I know I didn't dream about you last night, but the night before I did. Just so weird, the dreams that are coming through and things that are happening in our dream time. I know I did a lot of releasing yesterday. Ruth and I are working on a new energy clearing modality. It's called Angelic Gems, Energy Clearing and Release. And we worked on that most of the day or most of the afternoon. We got it videotaped for the training and videotaped for the introduction to the gems so that you can understand what they're all about. But I got to be the recipient as we were demonstrating how it works. And it was a lot of release. And I was in tears last night. So when I went to bed, I was like, oh my goodness, I can't go to sleep yet, not in this emotional state. And waited for a bit to settle that down. But I know a lot of times if we've got something on our mind or something is going on with us that's big, that comes out in our dreams. So I don't know what all my dreams were last night, but I know when I woke up, I had been somewhere and I could still feel that. I'm going to be quiet and see if you all can hear the coyote. Can you hear that? That's what we were listening to pretty much all night. And I've heard coyote before, but I've never heard that really high-pitched screech that they're doing. Yeah, you should hear it here. When we walk out on the balcony, oh my gosh, it is loud. And there was a pack of them that we saw. There were at least 4 that we saw, and they were right outside our condo, which is the last condo in this whole development that we're in. Okay, so let's see, other than the coyote, let's see what we got going on here. So Becky said, yes, refrigerator manifesting works. It sure does. And congratulations. I'm so glad that you got that. Okay, Jean Loriot said, I just pretended I was a kid and that you were cartoons. Do kids still do that? I don't know. And Becky says, it's been a long road. I can't imagine. Relationships are work. They are. It's not something that just happens. And I'm not sure who we have on from Enlightened World Network, who says, the dreams are good, though, for me. Is that you, Gabby, on Enlightened World? I'm not sure that's how it's coming up for me. Good morning, Dawn Marie Garfield. Good to see you on here. And Sally says, a few people I know are experiencing this with the dreaming. Yeah. Becky can't sleep, so not much dreaming lately. Good morning, Wendy, or afternoon to you. How are you? And Erica says, yes. And Becky, you heard that. And Sally heard it. Yeah, it's crazy. I don't know if it's mating season. It was like there was something up there that was getting the attention of not just the coyote, but all the birds were coming in also into that same area. It felt like some kind of animal had died up there, and they were all just going at it all day. So it was a very entertaining day to watch all of the action up on the hill. And Ruth even said, I think we need to walk up there and just see what that is, because it went on all day long. Good morning, Charlie. And Sally says, when we lived in the country, we had a few coyote sightings, but not in the city. Miss it. Yeah, they're an interesting animal, aren't they? And they're different sizes. There's like a petite one, which is what I'm used to seeing when I see coyote. But there was a really big one, and it was pretty much the size of a wolf. It was a big coyote, and I've never seen them that big before. Even Ruth said it was big for ones that she had seen. How you doing today, Charlie? Happy Saturday, everybody. What's going on in your world today on Saturday? I know for me, it's a travel day as we get packed up and leave this place we've been in all week, which has been an amazing journey. And thank you all for being on the journey with me. It's our journey, and this is part of it, is just experiencing the area. And that's part of what's happening as I travel around and do the land blessings, which we will be finding the perfect spot here to do those land blessings, or the land blessing for Colorado. But up here in the mountains, it's just been so amazing, and it's so cool. Just every place I've been has been so different. There's not one place that I can say, oh, yeah, I've already seen that, been there, done that. It's just absolutely beautiful with each one. And what's amazing is that you all are getting to show me the beauty in your area. Sometimes when we live somewhere and we see things over and over again, like on a daily basis, it doesn't have as much significance to us. We don't see the true beauty in it until we see it through somebody else's eyes or through the camera lens. So that's one of the perks, I guess, of being on this journey, is that everybody's getting to benefit. Everyone, even the people who are local, are being able to see their beauty that's surrounding them in a different way, looking at it with a different set of eyes. And I love that. Dawn, I'm headed back to, I'm not in Boulder, but I'm in a little town that's right there where Boulder is. So I'll be in Boulder, Colorado until the end of the month. And then I'm going to be heading to, I think, Santa Fe, New Mexico, to do a land blessing there. And then on to see our Jean Loriot. Jean gave me a bit of a scare yesterday because I thought something might be wrong. Didn't see her all day. And that's not normal for me not to see my Jean Loriot. So I sent out the troops to see if she was okay. So if any of you wonder if you're missed when you don't come on my morning show, yeah, you're missed. I pay attention. I know who's here and who's not here. And I used to listen to Cry On a lot. And Who is it that listens to Cryon? Deirdre. Deirdre, I know you share a lot of Cryon's recordings with us on Angelic River Family. And I love the ones that I have heard where he's speaking. And he says, we knew who was going to be here before we even came, before the meeting even began. We knew who was going to show up. And I feel that when I start to turn the show on, it's like Spirit already is connecting you and already bringing you to be with each other, to communicate with each other, to share a moment of joy with each other. So Spirit already knows that you're going to be here before you even know sometimes that you're going to be here. It's just something that is so beautiful. And that energy that we've shared together for months now, we continue to bring that through every morning. So thank you for being here. And yes, when you're not here, I do miss you, and we all do. So Jean, I'm so glad that it was just a matter of you being busy and not something else, because I was worried. And not in a bad way. I wasn't stressed to the max, but I did have some concern about if you were okay. Sally says she's seen a coyote like that before, but normally they were smaller. Yeah, all the other ones that I saw were small. There was the one that was just a really big guy. So it was interesting to see that contrast also in them. And Christina says, I know I have been dreaming, but not really remembering them, and feeling rested too, which is nice. That is nice. I'm so glad. Marietta, hi, my darling Marietta. We were talking about you yesterday. I hope your ears were ringing. And it was all good. Pretty sure it was yesterday or day before. The days are kind of running together. But we did have a long conversation with Deb Goldberg, wishing that she was here with us and missing her company, because the three of us, Deb, Ruth, and I, have done so much when we've been together. And it's been really good to have that companionship. Yes, I love Cryon, Deirdre. I love the energy that comes through from Cryon. Is quite different from some other channelers and other entities that channel messages through to us. Jean says she really will send the troops. Love you so much. I love you, Jean. And I know that that when I don't see somebody and I miss their presence, I want to know that everything is okay in their world, and that it's just a matter of being busy or distracted. If there's something that's going on with you that's a struggle or a challenge, I want to know that too, so that I can lift you up in prayer and send healing energy your way. And like this morning, we're missing our Stacy. Where is that? Stacy Small Lord. And who else? We've got a lot on here, but we're missing some of our peeps. So what y'all got going on Saturday? And help me call some people in. Let's call in Stacy and whoever else is not here with us this morning. Deirdre says, Cryon speaks to the third language. It's a quantum thing, influential fields. The messages that Cryon brings are on a different level. I know I listen to Abraham's teachings a lot, that's channeled through Esther Hicks, and I really do get much benefit from that, because it's a teaching. It's teaching us about the law of attraction. It's teaching us about using common sense and really being more authentic in who we are, and looking at how we can live a more spiritual life. But Cryon, on the other hand, Cryon is really, he's no punches held back kind of guy. He's like, this is the way it is. And really having us think about that, think about things on that higher quantum level, like you said, Deirdre. Yeah, I'm glad you listened to Cryon, Deirdre, because I really enjoy every time I've heard him. So thank you for sharing some of those messages that come through from him. Jean says, could those birds have been ravens? They look a lot like crows, only bigger. I don't know. I'm sure they probably could be, Jean. They're really, really big. I mean, there were some normal sized crows out there as well, but the ones that came up close to where we are in the condo, they were huge, huge. You know, what's interesting, and I have noticed this for years, what's interesting is that some of the smaller birds will chase away the bigger birds. Isn't that interesting? It's almost like the dogs, the little dogs that don't know their size, and they take on the bigger dogs. I've seen that happen before. And it's kind of that way with these birds. You know, it doesn't matter how small they are and how big the other bird is. It's like, hey, you're in my way. You know, you're getting my food, and I need my food, so get out of my way. And I was watching that yesterday, and it was very interesting to see that happen. And one of the birds I saw out there, it looked like a blue jay, but it was such a deep color. It was almost purple. Any idea what those are, Jean, or any other people that know your birds? Very interesting to see this bird. It was like a blue jay. It had the same shape as a jay, but no white. It was like solid, deep, deep, deep blue to that purplish look to it. So I don't know what that is. I've never seen one before, but I've never been in Colorado before either. So I'm sure you have different birds and different animals up here than what I'm used to. And I'm not sure who it is yet on Enlightened World. I don't know if that's Gabby. Is that you, Gabby? She says, I see sparrows all the time chasing the red-tailed hawks away from their babies. Yeah, and I've seen, I don't know if y'all know what scrub jays are. They're a smaller jay, and I have really seen them be aggressive and chase the bigger birds away from their nests as well. Wendy's calling in Sharon Boyle. Yes, we're missing our Sharon. And I don't know if that's Gabby that's with us, that's showing up as Enlightened World Network. It could be her. Okay, Sally says that she's working on her class for Monday, getting ready for the baby shower for our first great-grandson, which will be held here at the center. That will be amazing. That is so awesome. Jean says maybe it was a purple martin. Oh, I'll have to look that up because it did look purple to me, and it was right in front of my face. I tried to get a picture of it, but it wouldn't pose. It just wouldn't sit still. It's like it knew the camera was there. Marietta says Deb Goldberg hosts a spiritual support group on Zoom at 10 o'clock Eastern this morning. And there's the link for anyone who would like to go to that. Deb is one of the most amazing spiritual teachers that I have ever come across in this lifetime. And I've studied under some really strong spiritual teachers. She is amazing, and I really recommend and encourage anyone who would like to go in there to go in. Marietta, I wish I could be there with you, but I think, wait a minute, 10 o'clock Eastern. Okay, so that's 8 o'clock my time. I may be able to turn that on this morning because Ruth and I are going to be clearing up things here in the condo, getting everything packed up and ready to hit the road. We have to be out of here by 10 o'clock Mountain Time. So I may be able to do that. And Sally says, oh, you're receiving mountain wisdom or animal wisdom. Yeah. Yesterday was an animal day. Yesterday it was the coyote, the magpies, which I had never seen up close. They're beautiful. They're colorful, which I didn't know. When you see them from the distance, they look black and white. And I didn't know what they were. And they have a really strange looking shape to them. But up close, they're very colorful and they're big. They're a big bird for their size. You know, you would think looking at them as they fly and looking at them in the distance that they're just a normal sized bird, but they're pretty hefty. And I got to see some of those up close. Tammy Fisk says, I am not a morning person, but my dogs got me up. And my first thought was, what time is it? And is the group on? Thanks for doing this every morning. I look forward to it. I do too, Tammy. It really lifts me up in the morning. And I know if I wasn't here, I'd be missing all of you. I'd be wondering how you are and what's going on with you. Christina says, I switched to my computer because my phone is switching me back and forth from Enlightened World. Facebook can be weird on my phone. So that was you, Christina. Yeah, it's really weird sometimes what happens when you're on Facebook. So I'm glad you're here with us. And Christina, I know that you're working on some things for teaching. So I hope that's going well and hope that's developing for you. I'm also working on some classes to offer and some things that I want to share with the patrons first. Anyone who is a patron, you get the knowledge of where I am on the journey, on our journey, before I put it on social media. And any of the classes that I teach, you get a discount on those. The next Time Heals training is next Saturday, the 24th. I've been getting signups, so if anybody wants to be in that class, just let me know. And those of you who have already been trained by me, you're welcome to come into the class. So please do so. Come in and get the review of the information. And if you can stick around in the afternoon, you can practice with the new students and with each other. And I very much encourage practice. Practice, practice, practice. When you learn something new, it's good to start using it as much as possible. Carrie, our Carrie Butcher is here checking in. Carrie, I miss you. And you've been MIA for a couple of days, but I know I've seen your posts, there's been a lot going on with you. So I knew you were okay. And I didn't send the troops out after you just yet. But I know I want to talk to you this week and just make sure that everything's going all right for you. Catherine Kovacs, you saw deer this morning. I saw 3 of them yesterday. I'm so glad that you had a deer sighting as well. And Christina says, by the way, my aunt sent me a message last night that she joined us for chanting. I was so happy. Christina, it was so good to see you on last night with us to do the chanting. We had an amazing, powerful group last night for chanting. And it was so good to see Christina on the Zoom. So thank you. And so happy that your aunt joined us. Sally says, we are all being called back to teaching as a way of guidance. That's true. As we learn things, we teach it. That's what I've found. In teaching it, we really get it. We really understand what it is that we're bringing out into the world. So that's why I love teaching so much, because I love sharing it, but I also love really being thoroughly immersed in that energy. And that was the beauty of what happened yesterday, as Ruth and I were working on the training for the angelic gems. It really was all coming together in my mind. And I was hearing from the angels more messages and really getting immersed in their energy. And one of the things we'll be doing in that training is teaching you about the angels, and we'll be calling them in for you to really experience their energy. Carrie says, got some exciting news, an article to be published using my photos. Carrie, I could not be happier with that news. I am so proud of you. You are one of the most amazing photographers I've ever seen. I play with it as a hobby, but I know you're a professional and you capture some of the most beautiful things with the camera. I wish you were with me on this journey to capture all of this beauty. These mountains, there's nothing like the mountains of Colorado. You know, I haven't been into like Utah yet, which I've seen pictures of, but Colorado it's called Colorful Colorado, and it really is. There's so much color and beauty in these mountains. It's just blowing me away. And I'd love to see you take pictures out here. I know that you would really capture some glorious scenes from the mountains. Christina says, I think the dreams at night are helping me with the class development. It's been going very well. Good. I'm so glad to hear that, Christina. And I can't wait to experience your teaching because I think you're amazing. You're so wise and so loving, and really, you get it. You really understand about being a spiritual being here, having this experience. So I'm excited about what's going on with you and with the class development that's happening. Oh, and Jean is telling you, Carrie, that you've been missed. And Carrie, I know you weren't on earlier, but I sent the troops out yesterday to see if Jean was okay. So I do that. I check on my kids. If you're not here, I certainly want to know what's going on. If there's something that we can be lifting you up for, or if you're just busy with life. And I know that happens too. Carrie says, high profile person as well. Oh, that's going to be publishing your pictures. That's awesome, Carrie. And I wish you were here. I really do. I could use a photographer and a videographer for this journey. And you would be the perfect one. Oh, yeah, we certainly are family. And, you know, even with our biological family, we like to hear from them, at least some of us and some of them. And we like to know if there's something that we want to be lifting up for. Catherine asks, how's the book coming along? Well, I've got a couple of books that's going on right now. And one of them is the book for our group, which I'm missing some of you that have not turned in your chapters yet. So if you have some writing, poems, writings, chapters, whatever it is that you want to share, send it to me. I put my email address in there yesterday and I didn't hear from anybody. So let's get this book done by the end of the year. The book is called Namaste, y'all. So whatever you want to put in it, if you want to put words of encouragement, a story or a poem, or anything that you want to share with us, then let's get it going. And then my other book is called My Soul's Footprint. And that's going to be about the journey, about things that have happened in this lifetime, and all of the experiences that have brought me to where I am right here, living life through the eyes of all of you, experiencing your beauty. And you're all going to be in that book. Good morning, Rick. Hopefully today I go home. I am setting that intention, and we're putting you in our prayer circle and intending that, yes, Rick Morrow will go home from the hospital today. If I have to call Josie and tell her to come just get you out of there, then I'll do that. I miss you, Rick, and I miss Josie and our family there at Love and Light Spiritual Emporium. And anybody that's local there in the Fort Lauderdale area, they do Reiki, free Reiki every Saturday morning. So check that out and go by and say hello to my gals there, Tiffany and Rosa and Josie, if she's there. And yeah, we've been praying for Rick. It's been a little bit now. We've been praying for you for that, your arm to clear up and the infection to clear up and for you to be in good health. Oh, you're so welcome, Rick. So let's go ahead and put our prayer requests in. Anyone else that wants to share? If you have a prayer for someone, a prayer for yourself, let's just put it in here. As the coyote's still screaming outside. It's still dark outside. It's only 6 o'clock in the morning here. And the sun hasn't started to come up yet. But they're out there having a good time out in the field. It's okay. I like the sound. The high pitch I'm not so crazy about, but I like hearing them. And I love watching them when they're out in the daytime. They're so funny. They hide like down in the high weeds that are out there in the field. They just kind of hunker down and hide, and all of a sudden you'll see them sit up straight or start running. They chase each other. They chase the birds. It's like a real game going on out there. Like I said, it's better than a movie. Just don't know when the movie is going to end. And we did it. We called in our Sharon Boyle. Good morning, Sharon. She says a quick hello as she's waiting for a call. Well, we've missed you, my friend. And when we miss somebody, we call you in. We call you by name. And then usually you pop up. Sally says, I truly miss country life. It's a different kind of life, isn't it, Sally? Different animals, different way of living. It's just amazing. We've gone through some of the little towns up here in the mountains. Ruth has shown me some things. And we found a restaurant that she has been wanting to find out where it's at for years, because she comes up to this area quite a bit. And the restaurant is called the Tipsy Trout. So we had to try it. We found where it was, and we'd already eaten a big lunch. So neither of us were hungry, but we went in there inside just to see what it was like. It's a cool little place. And I know she's going to go back and just experience some of their seafood because it sits right on a river. And I took some beautiful pictures there, right behind the restaurant. The river, you can just walk right up to the river. And so I took pictures there at the river. And Carrie says, prayers to make a kind-hearted decision, but one that needs to be made, dusted and done. Yeah, absolutely. We are putting you in the prayer circle. Sally says, I am connected to earth and am more at peace in nature. Well, that has been what's happened here this week. I have really connected to nature and been up on top of the mountain, been down in the valley, been out in some of the fields that are here. We took a very interesting picture the other day. Actually, Ruth was taking the picture, and there was so much energy going on in that field. In one of the orbs that happened with that camera picture, it looked like it was alien people that were walking in the field. So we posted that in the group, Angelic River Family. I'd love for any of you to look at that and see what you get from that picture and see what comes through for you. Tammy Fisk, praying for my 19-year-old, just making a lot of big life mistakes. I mean, chances to learn that she can get focused on life's good. fighting depression daily at this time. Tammy, let's put you and your daughter, I think it's the daughter, yes. You and your daughter are going in our prayer circle today. And I already feel the angels coming in to guide us in this meditation. It was so interesting when Ruth we were filming the angelic gems yesterday, the healing, clearing energy, and we called in the angels. The whole room got so hot, and it was just interesting to feel their energy as they came in, and that's what happened. I have to take this off because now they're here and they're heating up the room. Marietta says we would like to manifest space as soon as possible at the Oasis Boatyard in St. Augustine, Florida, so we can complete a project on our new boat. Other boatyards have a delay until after Thanksgiving. EIWP. It certainly is, Marietta. And we will intend with you to manifest that so you can be there in that area while that's going on. I miss you, my friend. I can't wait to see you again and to see the beauty of where you live and see that boat called Sweet Dreams. I can't wait to experience that with you. And I want pictures. You're so welcome, Tammy. Anyone else want to put someone or yourself in the prayer circle? Go ahead and put that in. And please keep my brother Gary lifted up in your prayers. Oh, we didn't have our Prachetta on with us. I know Prachetta had the dental work done yesterday. I did get a message from her. I don't know how that went. She texted me when she was going in, and I asked her to let us know how that went for her. So let me see if she has responded to that. Okay, so she said it went okay. She's having major work next Saturday, and let's lift her up for that. She's not here because she's doing a lot of work today. So Prachetta, if you watch this later, we missed you on the show today, you and Prachir, and hope that you're doing well. All right, so let me get back to where we are and see your comments. Okay, Carrie says, my niece Laura, my son Matt, and my folks, please. And we're putting you in there, Carrie, as well. And wishing you all the best and congratulations again on the publication. So happy that you're getting recognized and well-deserved recognition. Okay, so I don't see any other prayer requests going in, so let's go ahead and lift each other up in prayer. Please remember Ruth and I as we travel today. Ruth is the chauffeur. I can't say that this morning. Ruth is driving. So let's please surround that vehicle for safety on the road and for us to enjoy that journey back to where we're going and for her to get home to her family. And Sally's asking prayers for MacGyver. Life is hard for him. Oh, he is such a sweetheart, Sally. So yes, let's definitely lift that man up and send loving energy his way. Christina, for your friends Sue, Mother Gaia, and peace on earth. And I don't know if Charlie's still here, but Charlie's friend Lisa Newman had surgery this week, so let's continue to lift her up as well. Jean says, I don't hear the coyote, but I think Ringo does. By the way, Ringo was not feeling well yesterday. I could hear all kinds of groans and running noises inside his tummy. I was so worried. I finally did a time healing on him. He rested about 10 minutes afterward and then began running and jumping around like a puppy. Seriously, I had thought I was going to take him to the vet. Yeah. Karen Palmer and I have written a book, Time Heals for Animals. It's using the same modality that Time Heals that I'm doing the training in next week. And we will be offering how to specifically work with your animal and know when there's something wrong. So Jean, I am so pleased that you were able to do that and that Ringo responded to it. I've done it for many animals and they do. They really, really respond well and accept that healing that comes in. Christina, thank you for Erica to get a job that is perfect for her. Absolutely. And let's lift up Charlie as well and his daughter, Christine. Anybody else that is going through anything right now, just lifting you up to receive a blessing today. Okay, so let's go into our heart center. If you want to just place your hand there on your high heart, that's where you'll connect with you, your true spirit, your true authentic being, right here in this area. You just bring your breath in and slow it down. And then exhale anything out that's going on, anything that you need to release, let go of. Let's just take a moment to do the heart brain. Just slow down your breath as you touch your heart center and add in some gratitude. Whatever it is you're grateful for. I'm grateful for this experience. I'm grateful for the beauty surrounding me, no matter where I go. It's so beautiful on this journey. I'm grateful for this wonderful family. When you exhale that breath out, just really release it. And now that you've gotten into that heart-brain coherence, what do you want to manifest? What do you want to bring to you on this beautiful day? It's a day full of opportunity. You can create whatever you want to have, whatever you want to experience. Just bring that in right now. Bring it into your heart. Hold the intention that whatever that is, it's going to show up for you. I intend every morning and every night to have peace on earth, to live in a world where people see each other authentically, where we see the true self, not what's being shown through this human body. I would love if all of you would set that intention with me to bring in a world of peace, a world where we can be joyful and happy and walk around seeing each other, holding each other, the end of suffering, the end of disease. It's my prayer that every inhabitant on earth be healthy and happy and joyful and free. Let's lift up any of those who were not here with us this morning. Specifically, Prachetta and Prachir, we miss you. Gabby. Anyone else that normally comes on in the mornings to say hello to us, let's just lift them up today for a blessing, letting them know that we were thinking about them, we care about them. Just send out a bit of love their way. And now just open up your heart to more love. Let love flow in right now. I'm feeling Archangel Raphael. Archangel Raphael is the angel that helps us to heal whatever is going on in these human bodies, as well as whatever is going on in our spiritual body. So I feel there's some healing taking place. Raphael instrumental in coming to you. Maybe you feel the touch of the angel. I'm reminded of that bird flying on top, right over my head yesterday, and the sound of those wings. And I've heard that sound before when I feel the angels coming into a room. I know they don't have physical wings, but they have energetic wings. And you actually hear them when they come in. So let's just feel that right now. Feel into the energy of the angels that are here for you. They're here for each of us. And I feel like there's some physical healing taking place with someone. There's definitely emotional healing taking place. Someone that is letting go. And when you let go, that's when you experience the miracle. You really are not trying to control the situation. You're not even trying to control your own emotions. You're just letting them flow. Just allow the angels to work with you at this moment. And being shown also someone who has a lot of questions, someone who has been really seeking some spiritual answers. And it feels like there's more than one. So just let the angels open up your third eye. I'm going to guide you in that meditation, in that exercise, to go from your heart to your third eye. So as you've already been breathing in deeply, connecting in with who you are, connecting with your higher self, just let that energy sit there in your heart for a minute. And then with intention, just watch as that energy takes on the white essence of spirit. And now watch as that energy starts to move, as it starts going to the back of you. You can actually feel that white light, feel the warmth of it, feel the angels that are holding you while you do this. And I feel Kuan Yin and Mother Mary also right there with you. And just watch as that light travels up your body. And then feel it at the crown area. You might feel tingling or moving there. And then see it going down into the third eye, changing that pineal gland, opening it up more. Just allow it, just let it be. And when that tingling energy stops, just pay attention. Just start asking your question that you want the answer to. And just be open to hearing, to seeing, to knowing. Those are your spiritual gifts. They come through in that third eye area. They come through strongly when you work on the pineal gland, when you work on letting go and opening up that energy and letting spirit speak to you through that area of your body. The angels are so funny. What they're showing me is like a light bulb going on. There's like many of you really followed along and really helped to open up that area inside of yourself. So let's give gratitude. Gratitude to Archangel Raphael. Gratitude for any of the other angels that came through for you, for Kuan Yin, for Divine Mother. We're so grateful. Grateful that even as sometimes we get caught up in the human experience, we can take that pause and go into our true self and remember. And that's what you just did. You remembered your magnificence. So just give some gratitude and give gratitude to yourself. Congratulate yourself for opening up to that. And now let's share some love with each other. Just take one person and hold them, hold their energy, and just tell them how much you love them. Tell them everything is working perfectly. Just allow it. Just allow Spirit to do what it does, to be there for you, to work on whatever it is that's needed in your life or that is perceived to be needed. And just let the miracle happen. Miracles happen every day. So now let's do that with each other. We do this every morning. It's called the heart telephone. So envision you are holding somebody's hand. Just give it a tight squeeze. And there's someone on the other side of you holding your hand. And we're going to go around in the circle. And we're going to give some gratitude. And we're going to give some love. So on the count of 3, we're going to say, thank you. I love you. 1, 2, 3. Thank you. I love you. Thank you all for being here today. And Catherine, you said it's you. Yeah, I think there were really a lot of people that were being touched today, and others that will be as they listen to the words of the prayer, listen to the meditation, and open up to who they truly are. And thank you on Periscope for those of you who came in. I love you so much. You're so welcome. My sister Billy, Rick Morrow. Rick, I want you out of that hospital today. I want to hear good news as I travel from the mountain back to where I'm staying in Boulder. And so just let me know good news. Oh, Charlie, you're so welcome. Thank you. I hope you have an amazing day. Deirdre, thank you. I love y'all. I love you. Thank you for your hearts. Thank you for your heartfelt energy. And I hope it's a really beautiful day for all of you. Lewis on Periscope, the same to you. I hope you have a wonderful day. Hi, Kristen. Thank you for coming in today. All of you that were here, all of you that we missed today that didn't come in to say hello, we think about you and we hold you in our hearts as we do our prayer time. And I see Deirdre has spoken the words to take us out of here. I'll be, as I said, heading from the mountain today. So please keep us in your prayers as we travel and watch for any lives that I might spontaneously do along the journey, because I want you all to experience this with me. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being here. Thank you for being part of my life. I love you so much. And namaste, y'all. Have a wonderful day. Bye, everybody.